हाय, आई एम सोनप्रिया। आज मैं बात करने वाली हूँ उस प्रॉब्लम की जो हर एक एस्पायरेंट फेस करता है बट इट इज नॉट डिस्कस्ड मच। जैसे अच्छी कोचिंग के लिए बड़े शहर जाना और उसके लिए लाखों का इन्वेस्टमेंट। आई हैव फाउंड अ सोल्यूशन इन सुपर कोचिंग जहां आपको पढ़ाएंगे 20 प्लस सुपर टीचर्स फ्रॉम लुकमन आईएएस, आजाद आईएएस एकेडमी एटसेट्रा, जिन्होंने 3000 प्लस सिलेक्शंस करवाए हैं। GS Foundation के साथ साथ optional courses and NCERTs will be taught by experienced teachers like Salamuddin Ansari sir. Along with this, 500 plus mock tests, notes, daily current affairs, thousands plus live classes. अब इन सब के लिए आपको लाखों नहीं खर्च करना पड़ेगा because you can get all this under just ₹25,000. To get 7 days free access to all these features, use our code DKT7. सुपर कोचिंग को अपना परमानेंट पार्टनर बनाने के लिए यूज अवर कोड DKT20 एंड गेट एक्स्ट्रा 20% डिस्काउंट. लिंक इन डिस्क्रिप्शन. So now enroll in super coaching for cracking UPSC Civil Services exam. #Delhi Machal.
Namaskar, I am Maitreyi Naidu and I have secured All India Rank 27 in Civil Services Exam 2020. आज मैं आपके साथ अपने इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन और इंटरव्यू स्ट्रैटेजी के बारे में कुछ डिस्कस करूंगी. Now this was my 4th attempt and मैंने 3 बार इंटरव्यू दिया है. My marks have been consistently good in the interview. I scored 193 and 193 in the last 2 exams and this time I scored 206. I am often asked कि इंटरव्यू में मार्क्स लाने के लिए कोई स्ट्रैटेजी होती है या इट इज़ ऑल जस्ट अ गैम्बल, इट इज़ ऑल जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ लक कि आपका कैसा पैनल आ गया उस दिन, कैसे क्वेश्चंस आपसे पूछ लिए. बहुत अनसर्टेन है इंटरव्यू में मार्क्स लाना. Now I would say there are a lot of factors of uncertainty in the entire UPSC exam, but इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप प्रिपेयर नहीं करेंगे. So there are some small tricks and methods that I would suggest कि आप इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन के लिए अपनी ज़रूर यूज़ कीजिए. इंटरव्यू की प्रिपरेशन आई बिलीव सबसे पहले शुरू होनी चाहिए. बिफोर यू स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स और फॉर योर मेंस, यू शुड स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर योर इंटरव्यू. द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट यू शुड प्रिपेयर इज़ आप सिविल सर्विसेज क्यों ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं, ये एग्ज़ाम क्यों लिख रहे हैं. ये क्वेश्चन जब तक आप आंसर नहीं करेंगे आप बाकी स्टेजेस पे तो पहुंच ही नहीं सकते हैं. सो दैट इज़ वेयर योर इंटरव्यू प्रेप स्टार्ट्स. देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ बिग एंड स्मॉल थिंग्स इन इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन विच यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन फ्रॉम द अर्ली स्टेजेस इटसेल्फ. सो इंटरव्यू के लिए प्रिपरेशन के लिए आपको क्या क्या ध्यान देना चाहिए. नाउ सबसे बेसिक चीज़ तो है आपका कंटेंट. अगर आपसे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है तो आप उस क्वेश्चन के आंसर में क्या बताएंगे. Now there are 2 major sources of questions in the interview. एक है आपका detailed application form और the draft that you fill up. The other one is current affairs. Now आपके questions कहाँ से आ रहे हैं ये आप predict नहीं कर सकते हैं. उस दिन panel कहाँ से questions पूछ रहा है ये आप predict नहीं कर सकते हैं. For instance, my last interview was almost entirely from the DAF. DAF का हर चीज़ मुझसे पूछा गया है, hobbies, work experience, everything. Whereas this interview, they did not even touch upon the DAF. There were probably 1 or 2 questions. Everything was related to the work I am doing. Even that was from the DAF. So your detailed application form you should be thorough on. If there is a single word mentioned there, you should study everything about it. For instance, while I do not mention my father's occupation as Air Force since he is retired, but because that the rank and the retired part is mentioned in the name of the father, वो क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं ये आपने ऐसे क्यों मेंशन किया. उसके बाद वो वहाँ से क्वेश्चंस कुछ भी पूछ सकते हैं. सो एटलीस्ट द बेसिक स्टडी ऑफ एवरीथिंग दैट इज़ इन योर डाफ शुड बी डन. स्पेशली हॉबीज़, अगर आपने किसी चीज़ में अपना खुद इंटरेस्ट बताया है तो उसके बारे में आपको पता होना ही चाहिए. So how you fill up your DAF is also very critical part of your interview preparation. My interview notebook, the notes that I had for interview consisted almost entirely of everything that was mentioned in my DAF. इसके अलावा करंट अफेयर्स. नाउ करंट अफेयर्स के लिए तो आप वैसे भी तैयारी कर ही रहे हैं. आप बोथ प्रीलिम्स के लिए भी पढ़ रहे हैं और मेंस के लिए भी पढ़ रहे हैं. एंड जैसे आप मेंस में करंट अफेयर्स आंसर करते हैं मोर और लेस वैसे ही आपको इंटरव्यू में भी करना है. सो दैट यू कैन रेफर टू द सेम मटेरियल दैट यू हैव रेफर्ड टू फॉर करंट अफेयर्स. बट डू फोकस मोर ऑन न्यूज़पेपर्स. दे डू नॉट वांट कंडेंस्ड short answers for their questions. They require you to do some analysis, some assessment and show a little bit of your personality. आपने ऑलरेडी अपना नॉलेज लेवल डेमॉन्स्ट्रेट कर दिया है तभी आप इंटरव्यू लेवल पर आए हैं. अदरवाइज यू वुड नॉट बी एट दिस लेवल. सो व्हाट दे नाउ सीक टू असेस इज़ योर पर्सनालिटी. सो दिस इज़ इन टर्म्स ऑफ द कंटेंट. नाउ प्रिपरेशन के लिए अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल ऑल्सो आस्क मी कि आपने पैनल रिसर्च किया था, आपको पता था कौन से बोर्ड मेंबर होंगे. I have never done anything of the sort. Interview preparation is about yourself. It is not about the panel, or it is not about anticipating what kind of questions you'll get or what sort of a mood the panel will be in. Please do not waste your time trying to outguess or outsmart the interview panel. They are vastly experienced. आप उनको अपने हिसाब से इंटरव्यू आप नहीं गाइड कर पाएंगे. Do not do panel research is my recommendation. Focus more on preparing yourself to be able to handle any kind of situation. That is what is required of interview preparation. Place yourself in uncomfortable situations and do the preparation for the interview. Another question that I'm asked is mocks. Are they necessary? Are they not necessary? Depends upon what kind of a person you are, what your practice in social situations is, how good you are at answering questions. I took 2 mocks before my second attempt. That was my first interview. And while the mocks were very helpful in terms of confirming what I needed to do, there was also an element of reducing my confidence levels. कभी कभी होता है आपको थोड़ा criticism मिलता है तो आपका confidence level कम हो जाता है. So I would suggest do only optimum number of mocks. 4-5 से ज़्यादा मत कीजिए. अगर उससे ज़्यादा mocks आप कर रहे हैं, especially अगर आप अलग अलग panels के पास जा रहे हैं, अलग अलग academies में जा रहे हैं, तो फिर आपको बहुत contradictory advice भी मिल सकता है. So I would suggest keep to about 3 to 4 mocks and assess what they are saying, take the feedback, evaluate it and try to apply it. For the last 2 attempts, I have not given any mocks. Last year due to COVID, this year because I was busy with my work schedule as well, so I could not give any mocks and I have not suffered from it. So I would say it would depend on you as the interviewee about what your strengths and weaknesses are, and you should take a call on whether you need to give mocks or not. Coming to the actual interview, what all should you focus on in your preparation for interview? There are 2 major components that you need to pay attention to. One is the body language and the other is the content of the answers, the types of questions that are asked. So first let us address the body language part. What is body language and why is it important? आपका जो पूरा presentation है, everything about yourself conveys something about you. For example, the way you dress, the way you talk conveys something about you. So बॉडी लैंग्वेज इसीलिए इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि आप जो चाहते हैं आप वही चीज़ कन्वे करें पैनल को. कोई ऐसी चीज़ ना कन्वे हो रही हो जिस पे आपका कंट्रोल नहीं है. सो दैट इज़ द रीज़न व्हाई यू शुड फोकस ऑन योर बॉडी लैंग्वेज. नाउ आई विल इंक्लूड द फर्स्ट पार्ट विच इज़ ड्रेसिंग. वी आर ऑफन आस्क्ड कि व्हाट आर दी कैसे कपड़े पहनने चाहिए, कैसे कलर्स पहनने चाहिए. देयर इज़ दिस मिसकंसेप्शन दैट यू शुड ओनली वेयर, इफ़ यू आर अ गर्ल यू शुड ओनली वेयर ऑफ वाइट्स एंड क्रीम्स और वेरी सोबर कलर्स. If you're a boy you have to be in full suit, tie, everything. I would suggest you need to dress appropriately for the occasion. So I always preferred wearing a sari because I was comfortable in it. If you're not comfortable in a sari, please wear a salwar suit. In fact, if you can pull it off, if you can justify it, you can also wear a business suit if you're a woman candidate. So but you have to be able to justify what you're wearing and why you're wearing. You have to be comfortable in it. For men, again, please look at the climate, please look at your comfort, consider all those factors. I wouldn't say make it informal, but you don't need to be in a full 3-piece if you are going for an interview. That is not required. Do you need to wear a jacket or not? Depends on the weather as well, depends on your comfort level. So control all aspects of your body language in terms of appropriateness of the occasion as well as your comfort. So both these factors should be kept in mind. Now the second important thing you need to think about is your eye contact. A lot of your communication is done through your hands and your eyes. If you're not making eye contact, it might be seen as a sign of underconfidence. So ऐसा नहीं है कि आँखों में घूर के ही सारी बात कीजिए, but convey your confidence through your eye contact. Similarly, hands. Excessive use of hands is also seen as a sign of underconfidence or arrogance. So use them appropriately and the required amount only. Now, when you enter the interview area, आप नॉक करके अंदर जाएंगे, आप जाके पूरे पैनल में सबको विश करेंगे. प्लीज़ डू विश द लेडी मेंबर सेपरेटली एंड प्लीज़ वेट टू बी आस्क्ड टू बी सीटेड. जैसे ही वो बोले प्लीज़ टेक अ सीट, यू कैन गो एंड सिट. डू नॉट मूव द चेयर. इट इज़ प्लेस्ड एट अ स्पेसिफिक पोजिशन फॉर अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक रीज़न. वो कंसिडर करके ही रखते हैं, तो चेयर को बहुत ज़्यादा मत हिलाइए. यू कैन कम्फर्टेबली वॉक इन एंड सिट. प्लीज़ सिट इन अ कम्फर्टेबल पोस्चर. इफ़ यू सिट टू फॉरवर्ड, आपका बैक एक होने लगेगा. यू माइट हैव टू सिट देयर फ्रॉम एनीवेयर फ्रॉम 25 to 40 minutes, even upwards sometimes. So sit comfortably with the bottom of your back touching the seat and the rest straight and focused forward. अगर आप लीन बैक करेंगे तो यू विल लुक डिसएंगेज्ड फ्रॉम द इंटरव्यू. लीन स्लाइटली फॉरवर्ड, प्लेस योर आर्म्स कंफर्टेबली, मेक श्योर योर हैंड्स आर डाउन. अगर आप हैंड्स बहुत यूज़ करने की आपको आदत है और आप हाथ ऊपर रखेंगे तो आपके सारे जेस्चर्स नज़र आएंगे. प्लेस देम डाउन. जनरली द टेबल इज़ एट दिस हाइट. This I'm saying normally. Sometimes there are exceptions. जैसे our interview last year, I was on the first day after the interviews had restarted after the lockdown. So we were not given the same rooms or the same tables. We had just a small table here, and my hands would not get hidden. So in the normal scenario, your hands would get hidden behind the table. So just keep them comfortably on your knees. Sit in a comfortable posture. Lean a little forward. Engage your basically your audience, engage your interviewers through your eye contact. Now under COVID protocols, you will be required to wear both a mask and a shield. The panel, based on their comfort and convenience, may ask you to remove either one. I had removed my shield because I would normally sweat through it. So वो भी आप देखिए, प्लीज़ बी कंफर्टेबल. वो आपको एंटेगनाइज नहीं करना चाहते हैं, वो आपको स्ट्रेस नहीं देना चाहते हैं. दे वॉन्ट टू मेक यू कंफर्टेबल. सो एंगेज विद देम इन अ सिमिलर मैनर. नाउ यू विल हैव the chairperson in the front, you'll have two of the panelists on either side, and you have two panelists right here. So they will be observing every body movement that you make. Some people have the habit of jiggling their legs, so that's the kind of thing that you need to be conscious about, and something that you can start practicing early on. So how do you actually answer the questions? You can prepare for the body language part, you can prepare for a lot of things, but if you don't know the answers to your questions, you can get flustered and lose all of this practice. So you need to understand the types of questions that are asked. There are generally three types of questions. Number one is factual. They'll just ask you, what is this, what is that, when did this happen? Now in my first interview, I gave an I don't know answer to a lot of factual questions. I simply didn't know the answer, and it is a very bad idea कि आप वहाँ जाके guess करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं इसका आंसर क्या है. Unless the panel explicitly says please take a guess, do not take a guess, right? That is the only situation जब आप guess करेंगे. So I was very worried after my first interview कि मैंने तो इतने सारे questions में I don't know answer कर दिया है. How will it be evaluated? Maybe I should have read a little bit more. It does not matter. They are not assessing your knowledge levels. They are assessing how you respond to the questions, how your confidence, whether it wavers or not when you don't know the answer. So factual question के लिए अगर आपको आंसर आता है बताइए, अगर आपको आंसर नहीं आता है तो I don't know बोल दीजिए बहुत ही आराम से. The second kind of question is analysis. Analysis type के question में it is rare that they will ask you something completely outside of your knowledge area. या तो current affairs से पूछेंगे या आपके DAF से पूछेंगे. अब इसमें अगर आप I don't know बोलते हैं तो हो सकता है आपको दिक्कत हो. For example, I have worked in DGFT, Directorate General of Foreign Trade. मुझसे अगर पूछा गया कि आप advance authorization के pros and cons क्या हैं, and I say I don't know, I will come across as a person who does not even know my own work, right? So you cannot give an I don't know answer. Take time. This is the first step. Whatever question they ask, take a 3 to 4 second pause before you give the answer. अगर आपको आंसर पता भी है तो पॉज लीजिए. उससे क्या होगा, अगर आप एक क्वेश्चन में जल्दी आंसर दे रहे हैं, एक क्वेश्चन में लेट, तो उनको लगेगा अरे इसका तो आंसर पता नहीं था. इफ़ यू टेक अ standard pause for all the questions, it will appear as a natural part of your answering process, right? So take a pause, think about your answer. If it's a analysis type of question, structure your answer. जैसे आप मेंस के लिए अपने आंसर को स्ट्रक्चर करते हैं, pros, cons और this side and that side, that kind of structuring that you can do, first this, second this, 1, 2, 3 points. You need to give your answer in a similar manner. You can always say firstly, secondly, thirdly, or looking at it from this perspective, looking at it from this perspective. Give a balanced answer, give a structured answer. Don't try to run through your answer. They will sit there, they will listen to whatever you're saying. You don't need to rush through it, right? So this is the second thing. The third type of question that you will get is opinion based questions. Now these are the tricky ones. ओपिनियन में आपको हो सकता है जो आपने पढ़ा हो उससे थोड़ा सा बाहर का पूछ लें, या आपको थोड़ी कंट्रोवर्शियल चीज़ें भी पूछे. दे मे से व्हाट इन योर ओपिनियन शुड बी द करेक्ट वे टू डू दिस. नाउ the general rule of thumb is whatever is the government position, unless you can justify going against it, take that position. However, if you do feel very strongly and you can justify going against that position, please do. Whatever answer you give, you should have something to back it up with. You can't just say this is my opinion and I'm going to stand by it. You need to be able to back up the answers that you're giving. So if you can justify your position, please give that in your answer. Some other things that you may not be aware of interview preparation के टाइम पे शायद आपको ये ध्यान में ना हो. सामने पेपर पेन रखा रहता है, अगर आपको कुछ लिखना है तो आप लिख सकते हैं. पानी रखा रहता है, अगर आपको यू नीड टू टेक अ ब्रेक, यू नीड, इफ़ यू फाइंड दैट अ क्वेश्चन इज़ पर्टिकुलरली डिफ़िकल्ट एंड आपको सोचने का टाइम चाहिए, या समथिंग that has to be calculated has been asked, you can always ask for time. You can say, sir, ma'am, may I take a couple of minutes and think about this and then answer. They will not say no as a general principle, so you can take the time, you can ask and you can think and then answer it. Similarly, if you feel like there is some question जो आपको समझ में नहीं आया है या आपको सुनाई नहीं दिया है, so you can always say to the panelist, ma'am, sir, could you please repeat that question, excuse me, I beg your pardon, I was not able to hear this, could you please repeat it. So these are some tricks that you can do with. Another thing is, it is often assumed कि आपकी language बहुत fancy होनी चाहिए या आपको बहुत बड़े बड़े words आने चाहिए, your vocabulary should be very good if you want to take the interview in English especially. That is not the case. You need to speak clearly and precisely. You need to be fluent enough that you can convey what you're saying. Other than that, they do not require you to be very fancy with your language. Be confident and convey what you want to say very clearly. Now, one thing to remember is, do not get into an argument with the panel. If a question is asked to you and you give an answer, they say, but don't you think this is the way it should be? You can put your point again. But if at any point you feel like आपको 2 बार से ज़्यादा repeat करना पड़ रहा है, consider the fact that maybe you are wrong. Even if you feel like very strongly that you are right, it is possible they know something that you don't. So you can always say, ma'am, sir, I have not considered it from this perspective. I will reevaluate my answer, but for the time being, I would have to respectfully disagree, or I would have to agree. You can change your stance. You can say, I am considering it from this viewpoint. I have to agree with you. I apologize. I should have taken a different look at it. So do not get into an argument. If the situation so arises जहाँ आपको argue करना पड़ रहा है, that means you have faltered somewhere. So keep it an amiable conversation, which is what they are also looking to do. They are not generally looking to antagonize you. So try to keep the conversation more educational rather than a debate where you are trying to convince them about your viewpoint. I hope the techniques and tricks that I have shared with you will help you. To practice these, one of the techniques that a lot of people use is mirror के सामने बैठ के बात करने की practice करते हैं. What I would do is I would talk a lot to myself. जब भी कोई topic newspaper में आता था and I would read about it, I would do a question answer session with myself mentally on that topic. So those are the kinds of things that you can do. Another critical part of the interview is how you exit. Please wait for them to say thank you, that will be all, and then you can thank all of them, make eye contact with everyone and leave. So this is the same thing when you enter and when you exit also. Don't go, good morning ma'am, good morning sir, good morning ma'am, good morning sir, thank you ma'am, thanks. You don't need to address each person individually. Just make sure you make eye contact with everyone, both for entering and for exiting. Walk out, walk backwards, right? So that is your exit from the interview. Now there are a few things that you need to remember in this also. A lot of people find something extra to say at the end. Unless there is a call for it, please don't say it. Sometimes people will say, thank you so much for having me, बहुत आपसे मिलके अच्छा लगा. Extra चीज़ें जब ज़रूरी है तो ही बोलिए. I remember one of my batchmates, this was a serious situation and this was right before the lockdown had happened, and she had made a particular request that medicals be cancelled. So I believe that that is something that worked in her favor, because it was a very serious situation and she gave a request that was based on the situation. So unless you can justify it, don't try to do anything extraordinary. Some people have a lot of nervous tics and stuff, that also you can address, like I sweat a lot. It is not a problem if you sweat a lot. It is a problem if it seems as if you're sweating because you're nervous. So the rest of your body language, if it conveys confidence, then the sweating part is not a problem. So these are the kinds of things that you can work on. Interview is a very important part of the exam. As you have seen, the relative marks of mains have come down and the relative marks of interview has gone up. So this is not something that you can afford to ignore, and please don't assume that the marks are just random. There are some little things that you can do, tiny little things that you can do to improve your marks as well. I hope this has really helped you. Thank you for watching me on DKT.